think content creation has given you a different perspective on life?
I just see humans as numbers,
Oh,
as views.
why do you want to help creators?
We're not getting any views, dude.
Nothing's overnight.
It's absolute BS. Welcome back to the Blueprint Podcast, where today we're going to talk about some really important stuff like the cycles of your audience.
We're also going to discuss at what point can you start reaching out to large brands?
And we're going to talk about why we made this show and why it's going to be so important in 10 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
That is a long time, but there's a lot to talk about, so let's begin.
Well, first off, I just want to say all of these topics are user-submitted questions. You guys in the audience submitted these questions, so thank you guys. Keep continuing to send us questions, and we will answer them.
Yes. And for new listeners of the show, we would just want to mention two things. The first thing we want to mention is, who are we? For those of you that don't know who we are, have never heard of us, my name is Nathan. I run a YouTube channel called Unspeakable. I've been doing YouTube for about 11 years, and I've harnessed over 35 million subscribers across probably 4 or 5 different channels. And this is Cedric.
Hi, my name is Cedric, aka Cedlom. On short form, I prioritize short form content. If you listen to last week's podcast, I made a verbal commitment to post long form videos for the next 90 days. I'm already stressing, bro.
Yeah.
But I've got about almost over 300,000 followers total.
You're doing good, man.
I'm trying my best, man.
You're doing good.
It's brutal out here.
So yeah, I mean the conversation between us, I think, is very interesting, right? Because you have a young creator like yourself and I don't want to call myself old.
Well, this guy's like
but
42 years old, and I'm only 21.
yeah, it's because of the hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we only have one ask for you guys on the show, and that's if you find something valuable out of it, just share it with one of your friends, share it with one of your creator friends, share it with one of your friends that wants to be a creator, even share it with one of your friends that does business. And maybe you're like, hey, man, you should start making content and listen to this podcast. Share it if you found something valuable. That's the way we're going to grow the show. We're not asking for you guys to buy our $999 course, and we're also not filling the show with sponsorships, even though I don't think we could, because we get not that many views. But that's okay.
No.
Maybe one day we will.
I should give Ghost free promo.
Yes. So that's all we ask. If you guys get something valuable, share the show with one of your friends. That's how we grow it.
All right, our first question comes from our good friend George, aka It's Moosecraft, and he says, "What is your advice for a creator to adapt to different generation changes on YouTube?" I think this is a question specifically for you because you've been in the game for 11 years now. I don't think I could really answer this because I've only been for less than 2. So what do you think about adapting to the generation change of your audience?
Yeah, so this is definitely a very advanced question, and not a lot of creators are going to run into this, except for someone like me and a lot of other creators that have been in the game for 7, 8, 9, or 10 years. First off, thank you, George, for submitting the question. George is one of my good friends. I've known him for a really long time. He's runs a channel called Moosecraft. I think it's got around 5 million subs.
He's got a lot of channels,
Yeah.
and they're well over millions.
Yes. But yeah, I mean, it's a big topic, right? Because you got to think, YouTube is a platform and with a lot of entertainment and a lot of content on it. But what people watch and what people are interested in is going to change. I wouldn't say every year, but every couple years, it completely changes, right? Right now, the era is, everyone's calling it the beastification, right? It's the challenges, it's the high stakes, it's the big prizes, it's the flashy things, right? That's what is trendy now on YouTube. But it won't be trendy on YouTube for a long time, right? We're going to go into another era. I don't know what it is. Some people say
that already.
Yeah, some people say it's storytelling. Some people say it's slower paced, more emotional based videos. But think about this, right? A long time ago, what was the biggest thing on YouTube? Cat videos, right? It was the only thing YouTube was known for was cat videos. I don't know anyone that still watches cat videos on YouTube, unless it's maybe like my grandma.
Not me.
No one watches cat videos anymore, right? Another good example is, think of shows from your childhood, right? When I was growing up, I watched Jimmy Neutron. Does anyone watch Jimmy Neutron today, like this year?
No, I don't think so.
Probably not. They don't publish the show anymore. They don't make it anymore. So that show, Jimmy Neutron, was built for an audience back in the day, and they never continued to develop the show to follow with the audience. Now there's two ways that this could that you could fight this, right? Option one is you grow your content with the audience you build it for, which is actually what I did. That's how I built all my YouTube channels. And that's how I believe that after 11 years of creating content, I'm still able to pull 100+ million views every single month after 11 years. There's not a lot of creators that can still pull that many views after 11 years. So you have to adapt it to the audience as they grow up. The other way to do it, which is the more difficult way, is you have to constantly replace your audience, which is very expensive to do. Your audience is eventually going to grow up and they're going to move on to other things and they're not going to watch your stuff. And then you have to replace them with the new generation of people, right? The new generation of kids, the new generation of teenagers or whoever watches your stuff. But what if that new generation of teenagers is not interested in your type of content? So then you have to adjust to what they're interested in, right? So it's a really hard balance. What I'm explaining to you right here is not something that you do in a year. This is like a multi-year cycle. It's not something you just like flip a switch on one week and you change everything, right? So the way I did it is I started off making Minecraft videos, right? Minecraft was when I started doing Minecraft 10 years ago on YouTube, it was the biggest thing on YouTube. It was what everyone watched, the biggest game in the world, the most streamed game in the world. So that's what I started with. And I loved Minecraft. I was truly very passionate about it. I played it all the time. I was obsessed with the game. But as I played the game more and more and more, my views obviously increased as I uploaded hundreds and hundreds and eventually thousands of videos. But the views started to slowly go down. I think at one point, I want to say it was like 7 years into YouTube, I was the third or second most viewed Minecraft channel on YouTube. Yeah. So I was like at the top of the top. Like there's not much further to go. And I kind of thought to myself, I was like, there's not really much more to go up. So I might be going down from here, right? And I thought to myself that I'm going to be going down because of the audience. Because I was like, there is a wave of audience members that love Minecraft. All these kids love Minecraft. But the next generation of kids that grow up might not like Minecraft. It might be a totally different game. It might be a totally different thing that they enjoy. So that's when I started to make vlogs, which is my main channel that I have today called The Unspeakable Channel, my biggest channel today. That used to not be my biggest channel. That used to be my smallest channel, but now it's my biggest channel. So I switched all my focus into real life content. The reason I did that is because I see the real life content as more valuable because my audience that loved my Minecraft stuff could transition to the real life stuff. And also the real life stuff, we have people of all age ranges that watch our real life content. We have younger kids, we have teenagers. I've met tons of parents that are in their 30s or 40s that actually love our stuff. Like they asked to take a picture with me. They're like, oh no, it's not for my kid. Like I actually watch your videos like every weekend you post, which I think is crazy. I've never had that with the Minecraft stuff. It was only kids that wanted to take pictures, but now I'm taking pictures with parents. Met some dude at Subway last week. I'm pretty sure he was like maybe 25, 26. Huge fan. And he was making the sandwich, right? And I never got that with the Minecraft stuff. So I can clearly see that my audience is adapting. They're growing. My content is expanding out to other audiences. But you can't start that way, right? You have to start focusing niche on one audience, and then you grow as the channel grows, because you have to have that momentum behind you to do something like that. So my question for you is, and to round this back to George's question, because I know George specifically does Minecraft videos. My question for you is, what does the new generation of people that are playing Minecraft, if you want to continue making Minecraft videos, what do they truly enjoy? And one way to find that out would be just to look at what is Minecraft content that's getting the most amount of views, right? Because if that's where all the attention is, that's what people are enjoying. So it's hard. It's a lot of research. It's a lot of digging. It's a lot of searching for the answers, talking to people that watch your videos. Sometimes it's hard to talk to people that watch your videos because all they want is the old stuff back. Yeah. They're like, bring back the old stuff. Bring back the old stuff. I'm like, there's a reason we don't do the old stuff because it doesn't work anymore. Yeah. But they're so nostalgic of the old stuff. Like I would love for Jimmy Neutron to come back, but I know if they did, it probably wouldn't be very successful. Like, you know,
just be a failed reboot.
Yeah, it worked in 2006 or whatever, but it's not going to work in, you know.
Yeah. touching on on Minecraft. I mean, you could see what kind of Minecraft videos people were making back then. You've got Bed Wars, you've got Hunger Games, and you got like Let's Play survivals. And then if you look at the Minecraft content people are making now, it's like Minecraft, but this happens. Minecraft, but this happens if I do this. This video ends when I do this in Minecraft. Like you could easily see how much the content has changed. So if you want to continue to do Minecraft, then you just got to kind of adapt to what other people are making and, you know, put your own spin on it, of course. To touch on audience aging, I think if you develop your content, let's say you want to start doing in real life content, IRL content, I think what you need to do is make videos that anyone can watch.
Yeah.
So like
I love that. Yeah.
all of the Unspeakable videos, you know, they're obviously catered for kids, but anybody could watch it.
Yep.
Or another good example is a Mr. Beast video. Anybody could watch his Squid Game video. There's a reason why that has almost 300 million views.
Yeah.
Right. Anyone could watch his dollar yacht versus $1 million yacht video. You know, anybody could watch that.
Yeah. And also, like, you really got to think what your audience truly wants, because sometimes, like what you just said, sometimes you can make content that you don't need to change because your audience, like, that's just truly what they want. An example of what I'm trying to say here is, have you ever heard of the guy that does the car reviews, Doug DeMuro?
I have not. No.
Okay, so this guy does car reviews. He's been doing them for years. I think he's done like over 1,000 videos. They're super in-depth car reviews, and he'll do all types of cars. He'll do anything from a Bugatti all the way to the newest Honda Civic, right? And they're super in-depth videos. They're like 30 plus minutes long, and he'll go over every detail from the door handle to the material of the leather. But my point is, he has never changed his content. There's no thumbnails. The thumbnail is just a screen grab from the video. The title is super simple. Every review is super, super long, whereas a lot of car reviewers, like from Top Gear and some of the other like magazines, have made their reviews quicker, better shots, better camera angles, better editing, better facts. But Doug has always stuck to the same videos. But the reason I think it's worked so well for him is because he understands what his audience truly wants, right? When someone's trying to buy a new car, they want a super in-depth video. They don't want a super quick, snappy 10-minute video. They want a super in-depth video on every inch of this car. They want to see how the radio works. They want to see everything, whereas some of these other channels don't show it. My point is like someone like Doug, as smart as he is at making content, at the same time, anyone can watch his videos and they'll never go out of style, or the economy will never push them out, because cars will always exist and people from all age ranges want to watch a car review, a super in-depth car review on the new 2023 Honda Civic. It could be an 18-year-old that wants to buy a new one. It could be a 26-year-old that's in real estate and he needs a new car. It could be a 52-year-old that just retired and he wants to buy the new Honda Civic. Like, it could be like, so the type of content you make really depends. And sometimes when you got to understand, when you make content, it is relying on the industry that you're making content in. So for example, you make tech content. Mm-hmm. I think we can all agree that people of all ages love tech. And I think we can also agree that tech is not going to go anywhere anytime soon.
Yep.
But I built my entire career on Minecraft. So my entire career is piggybacked on Minecraft. If something happens to Minecraft, if people lose interest in Minecraft, if the game decides to delete itself, if anything happens to Minecraft, my career is over, because that's what everyone knows me for. So I wanted to get out of that. I was like, this is not safe. If the next generation of kids come in and they don't like Minecraft, my channel's over. My views are done. No one's going to watch my videos anymore. I'll have to restart everything I did. So that's why I wanted to make that transition. And so it really depends on what you're making your content for. Like someone like you can make content till you're 80 years old. I truly believe that. And most people might think I'm crazy for saying that, but tech is never going to go out of style, right? The only thing that's going to go out of style is you. If you,
Oh, that was kind of mean.
well,
That was out of nowhere.
if you like give up one day and you're like, I'm too old for this. Like,
Okay.
I can't, like,
I'll see you when I'm 80.
I don't know if you're going to be 72 still making like TikToks.
I'm going to be wearing the full VR like suit, and I'm going to have the headset on. I'll be in digital space, dude.
But yeah, I think you have to look out for yourself and you have to look out for your audience and you have to understand like what industry are you in? I mean, it's the same thing as business, right? Like there's some like dude, I just saw that the other day like WeWork, the huge
The
you know,
office rental place.
yeah, they went bankrupt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's tough.
So they might have had like a lot of good people and a good idea behind them, but maybe they were just in the wrong vehicle of business or they were in the wrong category of what they were doing business. So like as you are a creator, are you in the right category? Are you in a category that's going to change? Are you building your entire channel that's reliant on a video game that could change one day and people could lose interest in, right? Like look at all the Fortnite streamers. Like great, they built huge careers off Fortnite. What are you going to do when Fortnite dies though?
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
I think it's the same thing as streaming. You could build a huge audience through streaming. The minute you take a month off, no one's watching you anymore. Or you could just become irrelevant out of nowhere. Streaming, like
Yeah.
you just, I don't know, it's hard to be consistent on there and maintain that growth.
And I don't say that to, get people like upset or something because, or not motivated because like you can build a huge career out of a video game. I mean, look at me.
For sure.
I built a huge career out of Minecraft. That was my entire career was Minecraft. But I knew that it wouldn't last forever because my entire career was built off this game. And I knew I had to transition it to something that could last, I don't want to say forever, but much longer than Minecraft. So that's why I dipped into the real life content because the real life content is attached to me. When we do a video like I hunted a tornado, I built the world's biggest ice cream truck, I filled my house with packing peanuts, those videos are relied on me and nothing else. They're not reliant on a video game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one thing to think about when you're making content, or is the stuff you're making content on reliant on someone else?
Yeah. And ultimately, I think just for George specifically, you got to just kind of reflect on your videos and understand that that audience that used to watch you, that you were getting millions of views for, they've grown up. I mean,
They're gone.
He's been doing YouTube around the same amount of time as you, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely gone. I mean,
Yeah,
if
they're gone.
If it's been 11 years, they're in their 20s.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a ton of people that watch Minecraft, but it's just
Just not the style that you guys may have been doing before.
the style that I was doing now.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't done Minecraft video in a long time.
Yeah.
It's been, oh gosh, I don't even know how long. It's been a while. It's been a fat minute.
Yeah, you killed the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still uploading. Dude, we recorded so many videos on our second channel that we make compilation videos for a year.
Damn.
I have so many videos that I have a year of content. I haven't recorded a single video in a year on the Unspeakable Plays channel, and on the Unspeakable Gaming channel, we transitioned it into the Reacts channel, but I haven't made a video for that channel in like 2 years.
How many videos do you think you have in the bank?
I think we have like 4 or 5 more months left.
So-
We're already like 6 months through it, I think.
That's kind of crazy because imagine, okay, knock on wood. Imagine you just died. Those videos
Wow.
are still going to get posted, dude. Isn't that kind of crazy
Yeah.
that like you die and then these videos of you playing Minecraft are still there?
I mean, we still have vlogs that we film, so
That's true.
it's just-
If you, this is derailing the conversation, but if you knew you were going to die in 3 months, how much content would you bulk up?
I probably wouldn't do bulk up any.
You don't want to
content, be
continue
honest.
your existence?
No, I probably wouldn't.
Like, what would you make one video that you would release in 10 years if you died?
Maybe I would do something like that. Like that could be cool. Oh, dude, that's such a deep question. I don't even know what I'd do. I'd probably sell everything that isn't like. Well, I didn't even know if I would have time to sell it. But like I would try to sell this house and just like get all the money out of it and then go spend all the money. Like I would go and I would spend it however I want to spend it. If I want to buy a car, I buy a car. If I want to give it to charity. If I see some random kid on the street, like maybe I'll just give him 150K. Like, I'll just do whatever. I'll just live out my last 3 months,
I think I'm going to film a video and title it "I'm Back," and then when I die 10 years later I'm going to have it posted and it's going to be titled "I'm Back," and then it's just
dude, the biggest troll. Oh, that's crazy.
that's got to be
that's a
like
good idea.
the most viral video.
That is a good idea.
But who's going to be the first creator to do it?
And you film it like you're actually back alive.
Yeah, like I'll do a house tour or something.
Like imagine you like come out of the coffin and
oh
everything.
my, like Undertaker. That would be legendary.
All right, on to the next question.
All right, so the next question, another user submitted question. It was, at what point can you start reaching out to huge brands like NZXT, Corsair, and Rode? This was a very tech-specific question, so I'll go ahead and answer this one. I don't think there is particularly a size. I don't think follower size matters anymore. It's all about the amount of reach you can get. So if you're consistently getting 100,000 views per video, reach out to a brand, give them exactly like what you can offer to them. Because ultimately what a brand wants is reach and engagement. They don't want to spend $10,000 paying you for a brand deal and you get 500 views. If you're consistently getting hundreds and thousands of views, I would take that momentum and pitch to a brand directly. Say, hey, I want to work with you. This is what I have to offer. These are my views right now. My channel's hot. So,
Yeah.
well, let's get to work.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's good. Yeah, I mean, you got to understand these brands get pitched so much BS all the time. They get so much like, you got to fight through that noise and offer them something valuable. Make them an offer they can't resist, right? That's the only way. That's the only way you're going to get something. And I think that works. My approach to it, this is how I did it with Hot Wheels. I didn't really want to work with Hot Wheels. Like I didn't when I say that, I mean, I didn't like try to reach out to them and try to establish a relationship. I was just like, what if I just made some videos about Hot Wheels? And if they get a lot of views, maybe Hot Wheels will reach out to me.
Yeah.
So what I did is I made like 4 videos about Hot Wheels that I thought were really interesting, that were really unique, that were really different than everything else that was out there. They actually ended up going really viral. I think 5, 6, maybe some of them have 10 million views, which this was 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, that's still a lot of views. But 5 years ago when I was just starting my vlog channel, that was nice. So what happened is Hot Wheels reached out. They invited me. I flew out to their headquarters. I met their whole team.
Yeah.
I spent a whole day out there. I watched how they designed everything. I ended up filming TV commercials with them that aired on TV. I ended up doing a bunch of brand deals with them for all their new Hot Wheels tracks coming out. And then that relationship stemmed into other relationships with other companies because obviously Hot Wheels is owned by Mattel, which is a huge, huge company. So, it's just one relationship can go really, really far. And if you're able to impress one company that's maybe connected to a lot of other companies, you'd be surprised on how many relationships you can pull out of it. But you got to impress them. Like, I was not at Hot Wheels' doorstep begging them and saying, oh, look how many views I get. I can get you guys views. Instead, I showed them. I was like, I'm going to make these 4 videos. Each one of them got like 5 million views. And then Hot Wheels was at my doorstep asking me to do some work the other way around, right? So how can you give the brands value that you want to work with? So it takes time, dude. I mean, like relationships take time. Ultimately, what you need to do is you need to build a really good reputation as well. I built a really good reputation with all of my videos and then sprinkling in these Hot Wheels videos. Hot Wheels was because when these brands look at you, they're not going to look at just the videos that you made for them. They're going to look at hundreds of your videos, right? So you got to have a good reputation because the brand, when they associate themselves with you, you need to like fit their values, right? All my videos were made for kids, so it made sense for Hot Wheels to want to work with me. But if I had a lot of videos with swearing and cursing and all types of other stuff, Hot Wheels probably would have never reached out to me. They probably would have looked at my profile, said, "Oh, those 4 videos are cool, but look at this video he posted 8 months ago. What is that?"
Yeah.
Nah. I've had so many brands say no to one of our channels because of the smallest things. Like we'll upload 3 videos that all hit 1 million views. And then the 4th one will do really bad, but then the next one will do good. And they'll see that and they'll be like, no, we can't work with you.
That's tough.
Because they want consistency with those views, right? Because they don't want their video to be that lower viewed video. So you have to have consistency with the views. And obviously it's hard to have consistency with views, right? Like that's just a part of the game, right? It is what it is. You can't really fix that.
RNG, man.
You can't really fix that. It's just a part of the game. But you want to build a good reputation for yourself with the content that you make. And obviously be yourself, right? Because no one can compete with you on being you. But reputation always, takes a lot of time to build. It takes hundreds and hundreds of videos to build a good reputation. It's not like you can just get on camera one day and have a good reputation. But yeah, I mean, that's my 2 cents. It just takes time.
Yeah, I mean, for brand deals, I think there's two types of partnerships. You have one-offs where a brand will just work with you one time, and then you have retainers. Well, they'll come back to you and continue or wanting to continue work with you. I think if you really want to work with these specific brands, you need to show that your channel has trajectory. Microsoft. How many followers do you think you need to have to work with Microsoft? Like, if you had to guess, Microsoft, the biggest company in probably the world.
A million,
I
maybe.
Microsoft reached out to me when I was at 70,000 on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of sick.
And so what you need to do is you just need to have high numbers. And I'm not even talking about follower count. I'm talking about like views, consistency, and they need to see that your channel will grow.
Yeah.
And that's why like my agency works with me, because they saw that my channel had potential. They saw that my channel was going to grow over time, and it has.
Well, actually, that's one thing that Gymshark does. That's actually one of their strategies for how they grow. Now, I don't know if they still do this. I just saw it on like I was doing some deep research, got a little too deep, I guess. But basically what they do is they look for athletes that make really, really good content, but have really, really small followers. So basically they've already nailed the content down, right? They know, because Gymshark doesn't want to teach people how to make content. They want to find people that are already really good at content, but don't have a lot of followers because they haven't blown up yet. Them Gymshark's going to come in, they're going to sponsor them, they're going to inject capital into them, they're going to give them resources and help them blow up. And then as the creator blows up, right, the creator's really happy because the creator's blowing up, obviously, is getting a lot of followers. But Gymshark is also getting that as well because they're going viral with that guy because that guy is sponsored by Gymshark, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, that's how the game works. The brand wants to grow with you, right? The brand wants to grow with you, and if they see potential for growth, unless they're stupid, they'll reach out.
Yeah, it's all about potential.
Or you'll reach out and they'll say yes.
Yeah, if you want to get specific with a number, just have a K by your name, or not by your name, but by the follower number. I think you're chilling. 10K and above, you got some leverage.
Yeah, definitely.
Just go with confidence. Honestly, email brands, shoot your shot. I actually applied to work with Ghost back when I was at 36K followers. I was like, dude, I got 36,000 followers. I think Ghost will want to work with me. And then they, they denied me. And then I hit 120, but I never applied again. But they reached out to me via DMs. They're like, hey, we love the content you make. If you want to work together, I'm like, hell yeah, I want to work together. I mean, check it out, bro. I stay drinking this. I stay drinking this stuff. So it's all about like, there's no set follower count that you need to work with brands. It's really just about time and your content strategy and just, reach.
Definitely.
Trajectory.
Definitely.
But yeah. And I guess our third question, the one that's been on everyone's mind for 11 episodes.
Has this been on everyone's mind?
I get this question sometimes in person.
Really?
They're like, why are you guys doing this? What's the point? But the question is, why do you want to help creators?
Why do I want to help creators? Why does Blueprint?
Can we just talk about
exist?
These mics that we got also, by the way? Customized.
These are actually sick.
I think every episode we've added like a new thing.
Yeah, we added the Mr. Beast case back here.
We got
he sent us
a giant penny. Shout out Ryan Trahan.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's not a shout out because he didn't give it to us.
We got the diamond play buttons that are completely destroyed
after they got stolen.
And they got stolen. Dude, they've been through a lot, honestly. Okay, anyways, to the question.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Why did we start Blueprint? I think there's a number of reasons. One of the reasons I wanted to start Blueprint, to be completely honest with you, is because, I've grown Unspeakable to a point where it's huge, and I'm not stopping the Unspeakable channel. Like, that is still like my focus, like pretty much every single day, even on the weekends. But I wanted to build something a little more professional. I wanted to build something like I have so many relationships with businesses and creators and so many things, and I wanted to build something that would kind of reflect that, a more professional side of our media and production team. And the other thing is, a big reason why I did this is because there is just so much BS information about growing a YouTube channel out there. And I was like, all these guys just have so much false information. There's all these guys selling these courses, how to make a YouTube channel, how to automate YouTube, all of this stuff. And yeah, maybe they're making, maybe some of their information is good. I don't know. I've bought a lot of their courses. It's absolute BS. Like, they're just, you got to understand these guys, their business is selling courses, not making YouTube channels. My business is making YouTube channels. So if you want to learn how to make a YouTube channel, then keep listening to this podcast, right? So I don't know. It's just like, it's just frustrating because it's just frustrating to see how much some of these guys are making on these courses. And they're just like not even giving good information to the people that are paying the money. And they're just misled. And it's just a problem I wanted to solve. I'm like, I've been doing YouTube for so long. I know so many things and I just understand so many things differently than anyone else. And also, I don't see any creator of my size making a podcast about what it means to be a successful creator, right? Like, there's definitely creators that have podcasts, but they don't focus on what we're talking about, right? Like, they'll maybe make a podcast and just talk about random stuff. Like, they're not talking about, the creator economy, what it means to be a creator, how to focus on your audience, how to get millions of views, how to not burn out, how to make good titles and thumbnails, how to focus on the best ideas, how to do retention. Like, there's so many things. And yeah, I mean, it's just, there's honestly, like, there's so many reasons I started Blueprint that it's almost like, I'm like, dude, I can't even
count them on one hand.
I can't even count them. Like, there's so many reasons why I wanted to start this. And also, it's just something that really energizes me.
Well, I bet you wish you had something like this when you were a creator.
Yes, that's actually the next thing I was going to touch on. But it really energizes me. This stuff gets me excited. It gets me driven. It gets me really excited to help people, watch them grow. We have only one client right now that we're helping grow. And we don't know what the results are yet because we literally just started like a week ago. Yeah. So we'll see in 6 months if we triple, or I'm trying to 10x his views in under a year, which I think would be good. I mean, we did it on our studios channel. We 20x'd our views in like 3 months, which is crazy. And we did no promotion. We did no extra, like we just
changed the content.
We just changed the content and we did what we knew. We did what we knew would work, right? So I really know this stuff like the back of my hand. YouTube has been YouTube and growing channels have been my entire life for the past 11 years. I don't know anything else. So I just figured, like, why not put a mic in front of me? Let's speak. Let's make a podcast. Let's try to help creators. One thing I really want to do is I want to do some sort of group coaching program kind of thing. I don't really want it to be a course. There could be videos in there, but I want to give a lot of stuff away for free because I believe in that. If we do some type of group coaching, it will be me and you hands-on actually helping creators. I don't want to just sell you a course that's $999 and talk about all the things I'm going to give you in the course and how it's the most valuable thing in the world, and then have you just watch a video and like, that stuff's just stupid to me. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I know there's guys making a lot of money on it, and that's great, but it's just like morally, like, doesn't sit right with me. Like, I want to actually help people. I want to actually bring on a creator, watch him 5x his views and 10x his revenue, and then go out and buy his dream car or buy his parents a home or whatever his desires might be. And then to your point, what you were talking about is, yeah, that's the biggest thing is I wish I had something like this when I was in the beginning stages of being a creator, because I had nothing. I really had nothing. There was no one that had a creator podcast or anything to listen to. I would just listen to the greats. I would listen to, Tony Robbins. I would listen to like a lot of the big entrepreneur guys. That's how I figured out success got and like what success means or whatever. But I had no one telling me like, oh, how do you focus on your audience? How do you know what ideas are good? How do you know what retention is? How do you like, I had none of this. And so I just want to be that, I guess that carving path for upcoming creators. Like, if you're a creator, you want to be a creator, or maybe you're already a creator, maybe you have 100K subs or even 1,000,000 subs or 10K subs, 1,000 subs. Like, I think this information is something that I want to give to you specifically so you can avoid all the roadblocks and obstacles and paths I went down that led to dead ends. And hopefully I can save you years of time, headaches and frustrations and burnout, because I do believe that there's like so many creators. There's so many creators that are friends of mine that have gone through the journey with me, and that I've, like they've just gone off to other things because they couldn't make YouTube work and they didn't know how to make YouTube work. And at the time, I didn't know how to help them either. Right? I didn't have the knowledge that I had now because I was figuring out too. I was like, I don't know. Dude, I want to help you. I don't know. Like, why are you quitting YouTube? You're quitting YouTube, going back to a normal job, going back to college, going back to something that they hate. And I didn't know how to help them. I was so like hopeless and lost because I was just like, I want you to keep doing YouTube with me, but I don't know what to help you. I'm just like, we're both struggling. We're both in it together, and they just couldn't afford it. They would go back. I would lose some of my friends. They wouldn't make content anymore. I would have to get new friends because we didn't know what to do. It was just like this lost like space that we were in. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons that I want to start Blueprint. Comes from the heart, I will say. But yeah, I mean, like the main mission is just to really help creators pave the path and understand what it really means to make a good video, make a piece of content, understand your audience, and so many things that just no one talks about. Or if they do talk about it, they put it behind a paywall and it's $997.
Yeah, I mean, we got some good videos on the Blueprint website that are absolutely free.
Yeah, so we're working on some videos right now on the Blueprint website. Link in the description. These are completely free. We're not going to charge you anything for them. If you fill out like the form, or they might just be on the homepage. We have one video that we just filmed. It was all of my, going to call it blueprints, all of my blueprints for how I think of all of my ideas. So how I think of my ideas, how I identify my ideas, how I brainstorm ideas, everything. And I still use all these tactics today. It's all the tactics I use, and tons of other creators use these tactics as well. Another one that we filmed is how to make really good titles and thumbnails. That one's really good. That one I think is coming out, or should already be out. Should be out
by the
now.
time this podcast is out.
The other thing we're working on making is the 3 pillars of the most important things that you need to focus on as a creator, which is your audience being different and being consistent. And there's a lot into these 3. I'm actually trying to write an entire book on it right now, which is which is interesting. I'm 50 pages deep. So, but that is going to be like a free course thing that we're just going to give away. I don't even want to call it a course. It's just a video. It's on the website. The other thing that we're about to record is retention blueprints. So it's the 4 most important things that I've learned about video retention, and then it's the 4 blueprints that I use for all of our Unspeakable videos for retention. So basically, how we structure the videos, and how we like lay everything out to fit into this retention model that allows us to get 50, 60, 70% retention on some of our videos. So,
and these are free.
And I'm giving all this stuff away for free. Just want to help people. That's it. There's a lot of other problems in the creator community, but we'll tackle one at a time. But I think it starts with just informing people on the right information.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you have the right information, you can know what to do. It saves you years of time. And it's just so sad when people spend all this money on a course and they get the wrong information and they go to apply it and it doesn't work. And it's just, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. My biggest advice, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of really good courses out there. I bought Ali Abdal's course. His is really good.
I hear that one.
Really,
it's great.
Yeah, really, really good. So if there's one course I do recommend, it's his course for sure. But the biggest thing is, like, if you want to buy a course or a program or whatever you want to call it from someone, is that person doing exactly what you want to do?
Yeah.
Right? You wouldn't go to the gym, and I'm not saying this to be rude. You would not go to the gym and get advice from some big fat dude on how to get super skinny or super fit. I'm just being honest. I'm not being rude.
I mean, you got a point.
I'm just being honest. Like, you would go to the guy that looks like Ronnie Coleman or looks like C-Bum, right? And you would want his advice, right? So I mean, it's just logic. Come on. Like if someone's selling a course, what have they built? Right? I see so many guys that are selling these courses, YouTube automation, right? Where's their channels? Where's the channel? Like, show me your channel. Show me what you've done. Like, all their links and all their bios are just their courses, right? Like, where's the channels that you've built? Show me them. Like, link me to them, right?
It reminds me of that one video of Kanye, and he's talking about how Lady Gaga bought Polaroid, and he says, "What does she know about cameras?" That's the truth. I mean, that's a great analogy.
Dude, it's just I don't know. Like, just don't fall for the BS. Like, you got to remember, some of these guys selling these courses, that's their entire freaking business.
Yeah.
That's their entire business. Their business is not YouTube. It's selling you a course and getting you to believe something. Changing your false beliefs, changing your narratives to adapt to their program, to their mindset, so they can get the money out of your pocket. And then you're going to go work at that thing for 3 years and probably fall flat on your face. And you're going to be like, wow, this was stupid. And I give up. I'm going back to McDonald's.
Do you think content creation has given you a different perspective on life?
What do you mean by that?
Like, do you just kind of walk around and think of things as content?
I just see humans as numbers,
Oh,
as views.
we're in a simulation. Oh, as views.
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
that guy's got a family of 7, so that's,
That's
7
7
views.
views
Okay,
right
that's great. Oh, that guy's a 2.
No, I think the biggest perspective it's opened my eyes on is just like the whole journey that I've been through, all the failures, all the ups and downs. I think that is kind of what molded me. I don't think it's specifically being a content creator, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
I feel like for me, it's different because I've done a bunch of these like daily vlogs. So every time I'm doing something, I'm like, I like to think about how can I capture this moment. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's just because you're obsessed with making content. So
Yeah.
you see everything like
I don't think it's
through
ever,
the lens of a camera,
Yeah.
and you're like, whoa, that would be a good shot.
I don't think content creation has ever given me like the third eye perspective where I'm like, oh, I'm so much wiser than you. Like, I don't think I'll ever be like that. Like, I think I just
No.
like to make videos, and then I'm very technical, especially when it comes to like cameras and stuff like that. So I like to imagine things as movies, and I like to picture things with different angles. So I'm like, I'm washing the dishes, overhead shot, banger.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever had like this revelation where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can see through the aether, you know?
Yeah, I never really felt that.
That was a user submitted question.
Oh, was it really?
It was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, I don't really have a different perspective on life. I mean, the biggest perspective shift is just going through a really difficult journey, setting goals that are difficult and actually accomplishing them, and then feeling the fulfillment from that. I think that's the biggest thing that has changed my perception of life, because it's allowed me to open my mind and do things that I never thought were possible. But it's not necessarily because I make content. It's just because I did something very difficult, right? I, got millions and millions of subscribers. That was very difficult. Like, I remember a long time ago when I had 120,000 subs and I set the goal to hit 1 million subs. And I was just sitting in my room and I'm just like, dude, this might be impossible. Like, it might, like, but in the back of my head, I believed in myself. I was like, I could do this. I could do that. I got to 100K. Why can't I get to 1 million, right?
I've had that same like
And now
revelation.
I'm at like 35 million. And it's just like,
It's a journey, dude. Nothing's overnight.
Yeah. So it's just like looking back on the journey is just like the most rewarding thing for sure. So
I like to hear. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys for submitting your questions. Please continue to submit your questions because we love to
share
answer
the
them.
show.
Oh yeah, share the show. Why you got to yell at them?
We're not getting any views, dude.
Okay. You don't have to.
Sorry.
You don't have to like put us down. Like
just
that,
like-
bro. Speak, we got some confidence, man.
If you guys got something valuable out of this podcast, share the show. That's the only way we grow it. And one day we'll hit 100K subs.
We're
On Blueprint.
We're almost at 25K.
We're not bad. We're not bad.
Or are we already at 25K?
I don't know anything about growing a podcast. This is all new for me.
So that's the crazy
But
part.
I can make some Minecraft videos.
What if we did a Minecraft podcast? Boom.
Oh, dude, 1 million views.
Banger.
Instantly.
All right.
Has anyone ever done a Minecraft podcast?
No. Next episode, we're going to be Minecraft characters. All right. Bye.